Hej, cześć, siemanko ludzie, z tej strony MrJohen. Witam was w nowej grze o nazwie The Stanley Parable. Nowa seria na moim kanale, już któraś z kolei. Jest to gra bardzo ciekawa. Już w samym tytule jest dość ciekawie. Możecie zobaczyć sobie na oto komputeru, bo mamy taką lekką incepcję. Ale może zamiast gadać na sam początek, zacznijmy grę od nowa, od początku i dowiedzmy się, o co chodzi. Nasz narrator nam powie.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Tak.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and
czyli mamy już kontrolę nad naszym tytułowym Stanleyem. Jest to gra typu, pierwszoosobowa i na czym gra może polega. Tu mamy nasze stanowisko pracownika 427, ale wyjdźmy sobie i drzwi się pewnie tam. Oczywiście.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, czyli mamy taki gameplay, że narrator nam opowiada, powiedzmy, historię i my wybieramy, czy chcemy podążać za narratorem, czy chcemy sami wybrać naszą drogę. Ale pójdźmy sobie już. Dalej nie będziemy tutaj szukać tych pracowników. Możemy zobaczyć, że oni gdzieś poszli sobie. Nie ma. Jest wszystko porozwalane. A właśnie, wybrał te po lewej. Dobrze, więc posłuchajmy się go i wybierzmy po prawej. No i co my możemy tutaj zobaczyć? O!
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No, ładnie, nie powiem, ale dobra.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door.
O nie, drzwi po lewej mówisz? No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Co my tutaj mamy? Mamy tutaj Do not jump. Penalty cargo lift 1000. Penalty for of the cargo lift. O. Przejdźmy się.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot.
Teraz mówisz do mnie.
I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in
No
someone
troszkę mi się tutaj ścina, nie wiem czemu, ale...
The fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision.
Ciekawe co się stanie, jakbym skoczył nagle. Jak myślicie?
I'm asking for help.
Dobrze, więc mamy tutaj... Ja już tutaj widzę chyba kolejne zakończenie, bo byśmy mogli skoczyć na tą platformę, którą widzimy, albo nawet i tam ciężarówkę, ale to już... Dobrze, więc on mówił o...
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
No dobrze. Kim ty kurwo jesteś? Czarne drzwi. No, nie lubię tych drzwi. Ej.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Okej, ciekawie, jak na pierwszy raz.
Place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Odbierzemy telefon? Nie! Pierdol się. No. Ja nie potrzebuję żony, kurde. Ja potrzebuję klawisze. Klawisze to jedyne, co potrzebuję w moim życiu. Proszę, tutaj żadnej kobiety. Ja naprawdę nic nie potrzebuję. Nie. Jestem prostym człowiekiem, który pracuje w stanowisku 427. I co ja mam powiedzieć, no? No przestań dzwonić. Ciekawe, ile jeszcze upłynie tych sygnałów. Halo? Dobrze, odbierzmy. Widać, że musi... Ona woli długo poczekać. Dobrze. Mój pokój 400...
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Hej.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a
No w
loving
sumie...
wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Ciekawe?
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Dobrze. Hej, żona!
This
What
is a
you
very
doing,
sad
bitch?
story about the death of a man named
O.
Stanley.
Dzień dobry, proszę, naciśnij V na klawiaturze. Stary, ja jestem głupie. Au, chyba się walnę głową. Dobrze.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him.
A, co tam, żonko?
One that he fishes
Chciałbym cię tak
is a
wziąć za
reminder of the
pośladek.
unconventional nature of his existence.
Proszę nacisnąć M.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going
A
home.
teraz gwałci manekiny.
One might even feel
Abym
sorry
cię
for
wziął,
him,
żonko.
except that he's
Ale...
chosen this life.
A co jeśli na przykład nie nacisnę R? Przez chwilę. Na przykład teraz coś powiesz? Nie? Dobra, mi
But
się
in
nie
his
chce.
mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures.
O.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic
ciebie,
discoveries of new
kochanie.
lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
A tam nie przydarzy się. Proszę nacisnąć F, aby oglądać TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up
Nie,
from his
ja
desk
zostaję
to
przy żonie.
realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Aż będzie berały. Rum.
So he went further. Imagine that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Proszę nacisnąć K, aby przygotać obiad. K.
As he wandered through this fantasy
nie.
world, he began to feel
Kochanie,
many
gdzie
possible
my chleb?
paths and
Gdzie my kurwa chleb?
destinations. One path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the
Baby.
Stanley Parable.
Proszę F, aby opowiedzieć dzieciom
It
bajkę.
was such a wonderful fantasy,
Wow.
and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he
Pan
might
z nią
always
dziecko.
feel this free.
Ciekawe jak się nazywa.
Surely there's an answer down some new path.
Steve.
Mustn't there be?
Niech nazwie
Perhaps
się
if he played just one more time.
Kocham cię,
But there
żonko.
is no answer. What could it possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Dobra. Dobra, nie wcisnę. No, i co? I co dalej? Nie wciskam. Tak jak mi kazał. Tym razem się go posłucham. Aha. A, czas płynie. Ja?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand?
Tak
that
w ogóle
every second
jesteśmy
he
już...
remains here, he's electing to kill
Ech.
himself. How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose. The same as
właśnie.
Stanley. Not so different, I suppose.
Jesteśmy tacy sami na
Try
rotorze.
once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time we'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Co?
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
Mój mózg właśnie wybuchł. Mój mózg właśnie eksplodował. Nie żyjemy po prostu. Jesteśmy tu, gdzie zaczęliśmy. Myślę, że mamy 12 minut, więc pójdziemy sobie jeszcze raz.
All of his co-workers were
Tak.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Pójdziemy jeszcze raz. Tym razem się posłuchamy narratora i zobaczymy, z jakim rezultatem. Czy przeżyjemy, czy nie przeżyjemy.
Stanley came to a set of
Dobrze.
two open
Wybierzemy
doors.
te
He entered the
po lewej.
door on his left.
Brawo. Brawo ja. Brawo ty. O, ja jest. Szkoda. Co my tutaj mamy?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Tips for
Stanley
not
decided
getting
to go back
fired.
to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
How to
there.
solve all. Aha. Jak to można przewinąć? Dobrze. Może ja się nie będę tutaj przewijał. Mamy room closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and
A,
got
no w
back on
sumie
track.
ciekawie tutaj. Ale nie na dzisiaj. Na dzisiaj to jest...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs
idziemy
to
na
his
górę?
boss's office.
Nie, pójdziemy dzisiaj, tutaj pewnie nie, drogą, jaką nam powiedział narrator, exclusive bathroom. Dobrze. Okej, a tutaj? Szkoda. Cześć szefu.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
Mamy w ogóle
Stanley
jakąś
wondered in
myszkę.
disbelief
Teraz
who
widzę.
orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin
2,
number.
8, 4, 5.
2845.
2,
But of course, Stanley could not possibly
8,
have known
4,
this.
5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code.
Cóż
by
za
sheer
przypadek.
luck. Amazing.
Oho.
he stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Dobrze, narratorze. Prowadź mnie. Jej! Przygoda! Jej! Logging. Chyba wiatr? Co nam zaproponujesz? Jestem gotów, jestem po prostu gotów. Co teraz mi opowiesz? Okej, zjeżdżając.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okej. Mrocznie tutaj, nie lubię. Mind Control Facility. Mamy tutaj dwa teraz. Escape. Nie. Pójdziemy sobie tutaj. Hello, ladies. Mrocznie tutaj. No ale idziemy dalej. Guzik.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
What you
screens.
point?
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Gdzie my się teraz kierujemy? Ciekawie.
Now the monitors proof, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
Ja pierdzielę, jaki mindfuck. Co to jest? No dobrze.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe it could
What you
be true.
point?
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
Tutaj zjeżdżasz.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Nie mów tak. Tak nie może być.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept his own life in someone else's control. Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Wow. No dobrze. Tak jak mówiłem, idziemy w przód. Co robi czerwony guzik? Chyba nic. Dobrze, pójdziemy tam. W takim razie. Mind Control. Okej. Mamy tutaj BIOSa naszego ładnego.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
To jak przycisk Hitler albo nie.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Chciałem...
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do.
Wcisnąłem właśnie Hitler chyba.
Only so much that machine.
Guzik o imieniu.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent,
No, co?
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better.
Mógłbyś kurwa dać te 5 minut. O, tutaj też mamy.
So little time left to enjoy it. Moments until the bomb goes off. But what
dobra, tu nie wiem jak...
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know.
Dobra, wyjdźmy teraz tutaj.
What's that?
Co?
I'd like to know where your
Dalej.
coworkers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly.
No, co się z nimi stało?
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this though, this version of events has been
Dobrze, fajnie.
watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
O, dzięki.
These are precious additional seconds.
Serio?
Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing?
Stanę sobie tutaj i popatrzmy, ile jeszcze nam zostało. I po prostu powiedzmy sobie szczerze, no trudno, spierdoliłeś. A, tam już mi się nie chce nawet.
These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door.
Właśnie.
Anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose
No,
in this
kupiłem
world
tą
is?
grę.
Stanley.
Dobra, czyli coś innego niż to. Najwidoczniej, dobra.
That time
To nie.
is the catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death.
A,
You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
okej.
I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have.
Okej, ja sobie tylko popatrzę.
30 seconds
No
until
i mi się już nie chce nawet biegać.
no end.
Bo tu chyba nawet nie można nic zrobić. Jak nam sam powiedział.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
No,
Another choice.
tam trudno.
Can't.
Spierdoliło się, no.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will
Oh,
be loved
it's a joke.
every second
It's
of
a
your
prank, bro.
inevitable life, from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
No. Wzięło i pierdolnęło, no. I co ja poradzę, no. Tak się zdarza, no. Bywają te lepsze dni tego... Światem. Nie no, chyba to nie wiem co świat. Z całym ośrodkiem. Więc ludzie, na dzisiaj to będzie już wszystko. To był pierwszy odcinek z gry The Stanley Parable. Tak, odcinków będzie jeszcze paręnaście, więc spokojnie. Następny odcinek będzie już jutro, prawdopodobnie już jutro, a ja się z wami żegnam. Na razie.